Hey, what's up, sports fans, and welcome back to another Guild Ball match report. Today, we're going to be playing my Blacksmiths team against Ron's Ratcatchers. That's right, the Ratcatchers and Blacksmiths are back again for their rivalry. Ratcatchers coming in with the Piper, Squeak, Pelage, Skulk, Vet Graves, and Scourge. I'm going in with my striker team, Captain Ferrite, Hearth, Ferris, Iron, Alloy, and Bolt. And I do not like Ferris and Bolt. I don't like them, but I want to play this 3-0 team. I want to play this striker team. You can see Skulk has already kicked off the ball. So I'm setting up my team there. As you can see, the massive organization in my tokens. So here we go with the first activation. Now that I've allocated, I'm going to go ahead and pick up that ball with Alloy. The ball's kicked really close to me, actually. I have enough jog to just make it right back there in front of Hearth, and I'm going to kick over to Ferrite. So the ball goes over to Ferrite, and I bank a momentum. Skulk is going to pull up to right to the center of the board there and just put up Horrific Odor. Is it Foul Odor? Horrific Odor? It's one of those odor ones, just not very good. Then I'm going to go with Ferris to do the only thing she does this entire game, which is put Quick Foot on Bolt and then slide up to towards the midfield there. Aaron's going to bring Vet Graves up to the middle of the board. Not a very exciting first turn, I know. Until I decide, hey, let me go after this weird Skulk guy with Ferrite. So I'm going to charge Skulk with Ferrite. I forget what I do. I think it's like nothing. I think I do nothing, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, I do, I think I do either a disarm or nothing. It's one of those things, and then I'm going to acrobatic and shame. I'm pretty sure it was nothing. I acrobatic and shame and pull Iron towards me. And here comes a little rat. So Squeak moving up the board there. I'm just going to move up with Hearth, and I'm going to stick Instruction on Iron. So Iron's sitting there with 3 influence and instruction. Clearly, I have some wonderful plans with Iron. I don't know what the plans are. We'll see. You know, I'm sure I had something brilliant in mind, like maybe I should eat a sandwich or something like that. Aaron's going to bring Pelage up the board. You can see I really haven't given Aaron much in terms of somebody that he can pull into that into his little brawl corner there. So I am going to throw Iron up there and do a little pushing and shoveling, a little manhandling there on Squeak. I'm sorry, on Skulk. I don't believe there's any damage involved here. I think I'm just gonna kind of I might do, like, I think a couple of actually probably a couple of momentous damage you can see there. Or are they just momentous pushes? They're probably just momentous pushes, because you remember how I roll dice. It's not a pretty thing. Oh wait, looks like I did do something. I think I scored a knockdown or something. Okay, so Piper's gonna go. He's going to say, do you want to go to me, or am I going to go to you? I'm going to go to you, I'm going to go to me. So I make Piper walk up to Ferrite there. I'm going to counter on this first attack. He's going to push me into there. I'm going to counter, and I'm going to score 1 result, and I'm going to disarm Piper. This is going to be rather upsetting, because this means Piper's only rolling 3 dice. Against my 3-2 armor. So this is just going to become Aaron angry about things, because he's going to roll dice and he's not going to get a lot of results. So you can see him, he's just rolling 3 dice like, oh, that was nothing. Oh, I can... And he does tackle the ball, so that's good. Manages to tackle the ball, and he manages to get a crowd out by standing up Skulk there. And he does like a damage. It's not great. Meanwhile, I'm going to jog Bolt up. Bolt's going to go into into Piper. And I'm trying to figure out, can I Shoomerang to get Skulk on the ground? And I can't see around Piper's base. So I could throw Shoomerang at Piper and try to knock Skulk down. I would prefer to knock Piper down, but I don't. Instead, I'm just going to finish my jog and walk into Piper. I'll tackle the ball, and then I'm going to do a dodge. This is a mistake. I should have stayed right where I was at and forgot Shoomerang. Shoomerang sucks. It doesn't work. It's not working for me. Shoomerang doesn't suck. I can't roll dice. So I'm going to try Shoomerang on the rat, needing a 3. Guess what I roll? A 1 and a 2. Yay. But see, the problem is I dodged out of position to get line of sight there, and that's a mistake. I should have stayed right there with Ferris to get Sentinel, putting me at 4-2. That would have been pretty dang sexy. Aaron's going to finish up the turn by just sprinting Scourge up there. Scourge is just going to come hang out with his pals. And I'm pretty sure that's going to end the first turn. You can see I pan out just so that we can, you can see the fantastic organization of my tokens once again. I believe, because I'm the only one with momentum, I'm going to be going first this turn. Just a little allocation there. So I do have Bolt with the ball, but here's what I hate about Bolt. If I activate Bolt, he loses his first jog because he is in melee with Skulk. If Skulk is knocked down, that's not bad because then I can take my first jog. But unfortunately, like I said, this is what the problem with Bolt is. If he's tied up, you lose all that threat by just him walking there. So I'm going to start with Ferrite. Ferrite's going to do Ferrite things. She's going to disarm him. She's going to disarm Piper and back out. It's yay. It's my favorite thing. And so I'm going to acrobatic out and I'm going to feat, giving everybody +2/+2 move and tongue in cheek. So yeah, that's a fun thing. I'm going to attack Piper again. This time scoring a momentous push dodge. I'm going to put Piper right into Bolt there. Now imagine if I had disarmed him and left him right there with Bolt, and Bolt was in front of Ferris. That's 4-2 armor on 3 dice. That would have been, Aaron would cry real tears, and we don't want to do that to AA Ron. So we're just gonna stick my bad move there. I'm gonna pull Iron over. You can see he can go 6 now. This Iron's an eager beaver. Aaron's gonna come back, start throwing some dice at Bolt. So Piper is, because he's got a nice little clear lane there to my goal. So this is a smart move actually. Why not? While Bolt is sitting there doing nothing, let's take his ball. So he's still having to throw fewer dice, but he's only having to throw it on 4-1 now. So it's not terrible. However, he's not getting the results that he wants. So he's gonna just legendary. Pushes all towards that goalpost. That includes so Ferris, Bolt. You see Hearth moves back there, and he's gonna push his whole team up. This is smart because, like I said, this arm was just giving him a bad day. He realizes that both Ferris and Hearth have 2-inch melee, so he's gonna go just slide all the way up next to Hearth, make sure he's out of Ferris's melee range. He's gonna throw that die and be the first on the board. Ratcatchers 4 to the Blacksmith 0. I'm gonna put this ball pretty much right behind Ferris. We're gonna do a quick bio break there, and you can see, just the board state. This is a fun game. I really like our little rivalry here with the Ratcatchers and the Blacksmiths. They're just fun games. I don't know that I'd take Blacksmiths against a lot of teams, but they're fun. They're just a good squad that you play fundamentals with them. Ball goes in and then it snaps to Bolt, and guess what? Bolt can now move, and that's what we wanted. So Bolt takes his 6-inch jog, walks up to the rat. going to do an attack on the rat. And he's going to basically just dodge out of combat. Then he's going to throw Shoomerang at Scourge, needing a 3. I roll a 1 and a 2. Good job, Bolt. He's just so good. So Bolt is going to sprint all the way up to the goal. Make sure he doesn't miss. Let's do that. 4-6 kick. Why not? So that ties up the score. Ratcatchers 4, Blacksmiths 4. Ball is going to scatter wildly out of place here and totally in my favor. This is just, Aaron cannot control this, unfortunately. This is just a set. This is just bad luck. It goes straight to Iron. So Iron's sitting there 2-2 armor and close control. That's not a good day for Aaron and the Ratcatchers. So Aaron's got to figure out what to do. He's going to throw Vet Graves right up in Iron's grill. He's going to start doing some attacks, but again, because of that 2 armor and some not good dice rolling here on Aaron's part, not a lot is happening. He can't get to the tackle or knockdown he wants. He actually wants the knockdown, but he manages to score damage and a bleed, and that is it. Unfortunately, does not get to the result he wants. So now I've got Iron, and I've got the ball, and I've got influence. I've got 3 influence on Iron. So I'm gonna take 1 attack on Graves here, and I'm gonna knock him down. I get the 3 results. The dice actually spike in my favor. Then so I'm gonna knock him down. Then I'm going to just basically steamroller past him, sprint up to the goal, and kick a 2-die goal, putting the Blacksmiths to 8 and the Ratcatchers to 4. And so the ball's gonna scatter. Aaron's gonna throw it in, and he's gonna snap it to the rat. So Aaron's decided the rat, terrible guy to have the ball right now. Although, I mean, there's not much else. It would have been great having that go to Pelage. I think, in retrospect, maybe Pelage picking up the ball would have been a little bit safer, but he's trying to score that takeout on Iron. He's pissed about Iron getting back there. So he's going to throw a bunch of dice with Pelage. He does a little bit of damage, I believe, and Pelage has the bleed. Iron has bleed on him. But 2-2 tough hide is a tough nut to crack. And Iron's going to end up with snare at the end of that turn. Just kind of measuring things out here. I'm going to go with Hearth. Hearth is going to put instruction on Alloy, and Hearth is needs to stay within 6 of Alloy, so she pops her legendary and walks into the middle of all those guys. Again, here's a nice activation. Hearth is she's just so damn efficient. So I've effectively locked down 3 players here with Hearth going legendary and just walking into the middle of things. Now, Aaron does a really cool move with Skulk there. You can see he activates Skulk, he backs out a little bit to get tag along from the rat, and then walks back into Hearth. To get the crowd out, and so he's going to start doing some things to Hearth here. He's going to score some damage on Hearth, and then I'm going to go with Ferris and do the next thing that she does, and she has a 7-inch move this turn, so she's going to provide this little window there. You can see, so now the rat is effectively positioned between the Hearth and Ferris, and I've got this nice little window there. Meanwhile, Scourge is going to come back. He's going to pick on Iron some more. He scores a lot of results here, but Scourge needs a lot more results than that if he's going to take Iron down. He's hoping for a snack break. 2-2 tough hide, you can do it, but I mean, you need a lot of crowd outs. I might have charged personally, but it's the weird thing about Scourge is you want to do stuff like that, but you want it towards the end of your activation. So trying to get out to the end of your playbook towards the end of your activation is a little tough. So finally, I'm gonna go ahead and move Alloy up 9 with instruction. He's going to throw an attack on the rat there, and I'm going to wrap because I took anatomical precision from Hearth when I started my turn. So 9-inch jog because of the feet. I'll get all the way out to the end. I'm gonna wrap, and I'm gonna take momentous tackle and then a momentous tackle double dodge. This is an amazing playbook to get. All I wanted to do is get out to momentous tackle double dodge, but the wrap gets me an additional momentum. So this is just us kind of walking through what has to happen. I go ahead and get out to my 8-inch range, enough to be able to pass over to Bolt. So pass, and then bonus time the snapshot. 4-6 needing a pair of 3s. I'm going to hit those 3s, and that's going to do it. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.